What we're going to be covering today, guys, is search engine optimization, also known as SEO. So stick around. You definitely do not want to miss this. This could mean the difference between big money or no money. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Phil, also known as the King of Thrift. Back with another video to help you guys crush it out there in the eBay marketplace. In today's video, we're going to be covering SEO and how you can utilize this strategy to help grow your eBay business and ultimately to make more money. But before we do, guys, if this is your first time to my channel, the King of Thrift, and you are looking to work from home and you want to buy and resell on eBay or Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, guys, it doesn't matter. That's what I do here, and that is what I teach on this channel. I've been reselling for about 25 years, for 18 years full-time on eBay, and I've sold over $3 million in used merchandise. So with that being said, guys, you are in the right place, and if you're looking to build a life reselling and to become your own boss, then go ahead and sign up to this channel right now. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's get right into the topic today, SEO, and how you guys can utilize it to grow your eBay business and to make more money. First of all, what is SEO? Well, SEO is basically optimizing your website for the search engines, okay? Now, what this is going to do is basically make your website easily searchable and easily found by those who are searching for the products and services that you are offering for sale. You are optimizing your website or your store, your eBay store, your whatever store that you're selling from. Basically, you are optimizing it for the search engines so that the search engines can find you with ease. Because the easier they can find you, the better, the more often you're going to be recommended for your particular service or product that you're offering. Now, I remember over about 10 years ago, guys, when the internet was very young, you know, I actually used to work in SEO. I was a specialist and I worked with brick and mortar businesses. And what I did was I would go from business to business, literally on foot. You know, I would drive, but I would actually walk in, you know, person to person, and I would talk to, you know, the owners of the businesses. And basically what I would do is at that point try to convince them that they needed a website or an internet presence, is what we would tell them. We actually charged $400 a month for our service, and our promise was that we would get your search engine to the top of the Google search results. We would basically get you on the first page. Now the search engines are totally different. They've actually filtered out 90% of the internet. But back in the day, it was pretty level, and to get a first page search result on Google was fairly simple with a little know-how. So we would identify the major keywords in a particular industry. Say, for instance, if it was plumbing, then we would identify the best keywords for that you know, person to target, and then we would go after those keyword phrases. So, for instance, if you were a Houston plumber, I mean, the most obvious and basic you know, keyword examples that you would want to win on, in other words. So in other words, when someone went to Google and they typed in Houston plumber, you want to be the first search result. It was very strategic as far as how we would achieve that goal, but it was very achievable to achieve, you know, first page search, #1 search result for any particular keyword phrase. And I could do that. I did that for countless businesses, guys. And like I said, they were paying us $400 a month for this service, basically to be ranked #1 on Google. And that was for organic search. Now, there were many ways we did that. Back then, we did data mining. That is something that people still are learning about now. Back then, we talked about algorithms and cookies and you know, keyword phrases. And back then, no one knew anything about these things. People didn't even know what a cookie was. But we were using, you know, all these things back then. Some of those things were known as black hat. Some of them were white hat. Black hat are things you're not supposed to be doing. White hat, things that are okay. Is a fairly involved business, guys. But surprisingly, 10 years later, the search engine still works the same. The operating systems are basically the same. So the good news is for you guys is you are talking to an expert in SEO. I'm going to be giving you guys a few golden nuggets today that you can apply to bring your business up to that next level. But how can you optimize your website or your store in order to utilize this search engine optimization technique for your benefit? The first thing that you can do is go through your website and change all your tags. Now, tags are the meta tags, or tags that are known as, it's sort of almost like a billboard. It's how the search engine crawlers or the spiders find you. Consider if you're a brick and mortar business and you would put out front JJ's Automotive, but then you would put right underneath that automotive repair. That was your niche, in other words, automotive repair. Maybe you specialized in upholstery. You know, it would be custom upholstery, you know. So these are examples of keywords. or keyword phrases: custom upholstery, automotive repair. These are the keywords, these are the tags that you want to target in your industry. So in a reselling industry, yours might be women's clothing, it might be women's used clothing, it might be vintage 90s clothing, it could be snap-on tools. I mean, anything you're into, guys, televisions, plasma screens, screen repair, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're selling, you need to identify the keyword phrases in your industry that are the most relevant to your industry. You need to target those as long as they're relevant to what you're selling. Obviously, you need to be selling or giving this service. You can go into eBay, and there's a place in there for you to add your tags, for you to add your meta tags or tags, and it's basically what you want your store to be associated with, depending on what it is exactly you sell. Maybe if you are into swim trunks, or maybe you're into swimsuits, but you sell all women's clothes. For instance, one of your tags might be women's clothing. It might be used women's clothing. And then it might also be women's swimsuits, women's sportswear, so on and so forth. So it's up to you to identify what these keyword phrases are, and then to put them into tags. That's first and foremost. Okay, guys, another thing that you can do is to use those keywords frequently in your descriptions, in your titles, in your auctions. To use those and focus on those keywords, because the more that those keywords, the more that you and your store is using those keywords, the more relevant you are going to become organically to the search engine over time. Okay, so another thing that you can do is you should obviously be selling fixed price items, and if you're not, then you need to get some. You need to go from auction, and you need to add some fixed priced items. Now, what this is going to do is when you list something as an auction, keep in mind it only runs for 7 or 10 days or 3 days, whatever you set it for. But if you set something for a buy it now, good till canceled, what happens is that particular item stays in the store for an extended period of time, allowing the website, the web bots or the spiders or the search engine crawlers to crawl your website and to basically index that particular keyword or that particular item with those keywords in it, to index it with the search engine. And over time, it will become more relevant. And basically, the more items that you have in your store with those keywords, say if you're, like I said, in the women's swimwear, and you've got, 68,000 pieces of women's swimwear, then, and they're all in your store, and they've been online for months or in some cases much longer. But as long as they've been on there for any amount of time, I believe the web bots crawl it once a week, or back in the day it was different. It was every 3 days or something like that, but it's probably more often now, probably constantly continuous. So that being said, when you put these fixed price items in your store with these keywords and you're focused on them, that's going to give you basically credibility. It's going to show that you are more relevant when it comes to this item because you have more of them than anyone else. And you also have more of these keywords that are relevant to your industry than anyone else. So focus on keywords and go after them. All right. Okay, guys, another thing that you can do is focus on the hot words in your industry, guys. The ones that are really hot, the ones that are trending. Now, to find those words is I admit, could be a little difficult, but you've got to go out there. You've got to do your research. You got to find out which words are trending, which words are hot, and then you can focus on those words. You can focus on those words to bring people in by using them the way that I told you earlier. Now, another way that we got big time SEO search results for our clients was backlinks. Backlinks are when another website with any amount of authority or any amount of credibility points at your site, saying that you are an authority or you are someone who is relevant to this industry or these particular keywords. Now, backlinks are very, very powerful strategy, guys. The more backlinks you can get, the better for you, obviously. And it does mean a lot with the search engines. The search engines are aware of these backlinks, and the more backlinks you have that are from relevant, credible websites, the better your website will rank, or your search, that you will rank for those particular keywords and for your industry ultimately. Okay, guys, now I'm going to give you one more killer piece of information that you can use SEO to grow your business, and that is to start a blog. If you're knowledgeable on your industry and what you sell and what you do, start a blog. And in your blog, you can point to your website. See? And you can talk about your website. You can talk about what you sell. But you write about what you sell. Write about what you know, guys. Teach people. Educate your customers sometimes, Tell interesting stories and anecdotes, Do giveaways on your blog. All these things are going to raise awareness to your channel. The search engines are going to recognize it. Google is going to recognize it. They see all. Google sees all. They see what you're doing. They see when you got a good blog going on and when you're putting out good content. That's another thing, guys. I'm going to give you 2 more pieces of advice here. You want to list regular with everything, keeping everything in mind that I've taught you here, and you want to blog regularly if that's something that you're going to go after, as well as getting backlinks on a regular. Obviously, the more of these things that you can do on a regular basis, the better for you, and ultimately the better for that bottom line, guys. So hopefully this has helped you out, and if it has, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And I've been promising something special for you guys coming up. Well, it's here. It is here, and will be available for those of you who really want to get your hands onto this. I have provided the link down in the description section of this video. Just go in there and sign up so that you can receive early access and also discounted access, guys. I'm going to be giving away free copies. I'm going to be giving away 50, 75% off in some cases. I hope this video did help you out, and if you have not subscribed already to this channel, what are you waiting for? If you want to learn how to work from home, you want to learn from a seasoned eBay veteran, someone that's been reselling for 30 years, full-time on eBay for 18, sign up right now, guys. Make sure you ding the little bell, or you're going to miss my latest and greatest videos. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name is Phil, also known as the King of Thrift. Until my next video, you guys be good.